Hi guys, today in my series Become an Expert I have another episode excuse me, and it is about primers, skin primers. Well, what is a primer? A primer is a substance that you put on your skin after you moisturizer, and it will help as to be as a barrier, and in some cases as a line filler or pore filler in your skin, so it will look more smooth, and the makeup won't be like soaked, like what you call it, will like absorb into your skin, so it will stay truer longer. And there's some primers. I just have two of them, but I've heard of many others. You can Google or check here on YouTube, and you're gonna find plenty. I'm gonna put as an example the anti-chafing gel by Monistat. I put it in this tub because I empty like two of like the little tubes of them, and I put it in here, and it's easier, to have it in my, I don't know. And sometimes when I do makeup and stuff on people, they just freak out because I put some Monistat product on their skin, and they're like, "What's that?" And I have to explain that it's the same thing as the Smashbox primer, but what's a primer? So I just say it's a primer, and it looks like this. I've had both Smashbox Photofinish primer and the Monistat. I like the Monistat better because it doesn't make my skin oily. I have super oily skin, and it tends to make me really, really oily. Yeah, the makeup stays there, but I can feel the shine. I didn't like that, so I just tried these because the Monistat says it goes from powder to gel, so that's very useful. So this is like a clear thing. It's a clear substance. You have to let it dry though. You have to let it dry for about a minute. It's a downside to it because the Smashbox dries really fast, but I like this better. It makes my skin smooth, so the makeup goes on super easily. The only thing that I found is that it makes this area like kind of rough with not blackheads, but it kind of accumulates here. So I have to exfoliate and use a blackhead remover with this on this area. But anyways, now that it's dry, the surface of the skin is a lot smoother, and the pores are less visible. So that's what I use for my face all over. It's basically what that is for, to let your makeup go on longer and smoother, and it doesn't produce as much oil in many cases. There's a wide range and variety. There's some with color, like neutralizers for like the lavender color, the green color from Makeup Forever. You can find them and also Smashbox has some other tones to them. So that's really useful. If you're gonna go to Sephora or some other counter, just go and ask for samples because you don't know how your skin will react to some ingredients like silicones and stuff. So I really suggest you to do that. But a primer is very good. Some people feel that they don't need it, and really you don't need it. But once you try it, honestly, you don't want to just can't live without it because it makes a huge difference on your face. I also use this, which is Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch by Clarins, and it comes with a little scoop. I don't have it with me, but it's a thick paste. It smells kind of silicone-y, but not quite as some others. And I use this on. This is on the more expensive side. It's $28 for this little, no, $29, $29.50 or something for this little amount, 15 milliliters, but it really is worth it because it fills in my lines. I use it for my under eye, and I used to use it for my parenthesis lines here. that I got rid of with my peeling, but I had two very, very ugly lines here, and the makeup would just go in there all the time. So what I would do is put some in there, but I don't need it anymore. I have nothing there, and I can't see it. Well, anyway, so I've used this all over my face. It doesn't break me out, but I feel that it's kind on the, not on the oily, but makes me produce a little bit more oil. So that's weird. I don't know the ingredients. I don't have the carton with me, but I just use it here, and it really fills in the lines. It really does. So it's a primer for my under eye area. And for eyeshadow, obviously you have to have some sort of primer for your eyeshadows. Why? Because in some cases the eyeshadows come out like more vibrant than just without a primer, and it helps your eyeshadows stay put longer without any creasing or fading or moving, whatever. But you have to use a little amount. If you have a heavy hand with this, they're going to crease even more. They used to have this L'Oreal Hip eye color extender. It is discontinued now. I got this on eBay. I got two for $11, so it was a good deal. And I like it. I like it. I like it even more during the summer, because it's a little bit more dry than this. A little bit. I just almost couldn't even feel it. By making like a test, I could, like, in the blending is kind of more difficult. Well, what is this for? Basically, if you put this before your eyeshadow. I put concealer, a little bit of a thin layer of concealer, and then I didn't wear any today, by the way, any of these. So I put concealer, a very thin layer of Color Blend. Then I would let it dry, and I put my primer and then any eyeshadows that I want. And it really does a huge difference on the staying power of my eyeshadows. So I hope this was helpful. Face primers, eye primers. It's very, there's a lot of brands out there that you can think of and you can ask samples for. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.